One morning in Kinshasa, the residents awoke to find something strange towering over their city. In the Bandal neighborhood, a 12-foot metallic structure mysteriously appeared overnight, leaving onlookers baffled. The unusual object, shaped like a tall triangle, instantly became a focal point for the entire city. For days, crowds gathered around the strange structure, snapping pictures and taking selfies, while conversations buzzed with speculation. Some even linked it to the mysterious monoliths that had been popping up around the globe at the time, sparking endless debates. Mysterious pillars began appearing in various locations, sparking wild conspiracy theories. People couldn't help but draw comparisons to the iconic monolith from Stanley Kubrick's 2001, A Space Odyssey, speculating about its possible hidden meaning or message. But the initial curiosity soon gave way to suspicion and unease. One local even commented that the triangular structure resembled symbols linked to groups like the Freemasons or the Illuminati. The mood quickly shifted, and armed with sticks, people started to dismantle the pillar piece by piece, eager to discover what was inside. Their discovery, however, was anticlimactic. The once enigmatic structure was hollow, nothing more than metal sheets wrapped around a frame. Disappointment spread, and it wasn't long before the monolith was set on fire, reduced to nothing but ashes and scraps. In 1959, during a helicopter patrol over the Katanga region of the Congo, Colonel Remy van Leert of the Belgian Royal Air Force encountered something that left both him and his co-pilot in shock. Having flown over 400 missions, Van Leert had seen his share of strange sights, but nothing could have prepared him for this. Below them was a snake of astonishing size, far larger than anything he'd ever seen. As the helicopter flew closer to the ground, he estimated the snake to be over 50 feet long, making it the largest snake ever recorded, if accurate. For comparison, the largest snakes today, like the green anaconda and reticulated python, are much smaller. Green anacondas usually reach about 15 feet, and reticulated pythons can grow to over 20 feet. As they circled back for a closer look, the snake reared up nearly 10 feet off the ground, displaying its massive size and strength. Van Leert later recalled feeling that if they had flown any closer, the snake could have attacked the helicopter. He was certain the creature could easily swallow a man whole due to its immense size and power. Though the encounter was brief, the crew managed to snap a single, grainy photograph of the creature. While the image lacked clarity, it showed a gigantic snake, dwarfed only by the surrounding trees. Whether the photograph provides sufficient proof or not, Van Leert's story has sparked debate. Was this enormous snake real, or was it simply an illusion? In the Congo, there's a tale about a mysterious creature known as Mokele-mbembe. Its name comes from the Lingala language spoken in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, meaning the one who stops the flow of rivers. This creature is said to inhabit the depths of the Congo basin. Descriptions paint it as massive, resembling an elephant but with a long neck and a snake-like tail. According to local legends, it dwells deep within the untouched swamps and river systems, often hiding in caves formed by rivers cutting through clay banks, particularly at sharp bends. These hidden spots provide a safe haven for the semi-aquatic animal. Mokele-mbembe is believed to be highly territorial and fiercely protective of its domain. Fishermen in the area fear that if a canoe strays too close to its territory, disaster will strike. The creature is said to attack boats without hesitation, showing no mercy to those aboard. However, some claim that Mokele-mbembe only feeds on plants from its surroundings and may come ashore during the day to graze on vegetation. Strangely, those who encounter the creature are often left physically unharmed, suggesting it has no interest in consuming humans, perhaps due to its plant-based diet. The connection between Mokele-mbembe and dinosaurs has sparked interest, with cryptozoologists speculating that it could be a living relic of prehistoric times, resembling species like the Brachiosaurus or Diplodocus. The idea that such a creature might still roam the Earth today continues to fascinate many. Carbon time bomb. The Quet Central region is located within the Congo Basin, a region that stays submerged for much of the year and is home to endangered species like forest elephants and lowland gorillas. However, in 2017, it drew global attention when researchers uncovered 56.2 miles of peatlands here, an area roughly the size of England. While peatlands, including bogs and swamps, cover only about 3% of Earth's surface, they store twice as much carbon as all the world's forests combined. The Kwet Central peatlands are part of the largest tropical peatland system on the planet and contain over 30 billion tons of carbon. For now, this vast region remains largely undisturbed by human activity. But if the carbon stored in these peatlands were to be released, it could have disastrous consequences for the planet. To give you an idea, the carbon trapped in the Congo peatlands is equivalent to 20 years' worth of fossil fuel emissions from the United States. There's growing concern that infrastructure development, like road construction, could make the area more accessible to loggers, or that political decisions might lead to converting the land into farmland. If that happens, the peatlands would dry up, releasing vast amounts of carbon into the atmosphere. This would not only devastate the ecosystem but also create a global crisis. In 2019, studies suggested there might be significant oil reserves beneath the peatlands, although the exact quantity remains unknown. International oil companies and consulting firms are now investigating. Some argue that the oil could be extracted with minimal environmental impact using methods similar to offshore drilling. However, the risk of oil spills remains a major concern. What will ultimately happen to these peatlands, especially if oil extraction begins, remains uncertain, but the looming threat of a spill hangs over their future. The Emela-ntouka is an elusive creature rumored to inhabit the remote areas of the Congo and possibly parts of Cameroon. Locals speak of this animal with fear, calling it the elephant killer due to its aggressive nature. According to their stories, the Emela-ntouka attacks and kills anything in its path. Descriptions suggest it's about the size of an African bush elephant, with skin that's either brownish or gray. It also has a heavy tail and a body resembling that of a rhinoceros, particularly because of the single long horn on its snout. Supported by 4 short, thick legs, its bulky frame stands firm. Unlike some other creatures, it reportedly has a smooth neck without ridges or frills. The Emela-ntouka is also believed to be semi-aquatic, splitting its time between land and water, feeding on malombo and other leafy plants. Locals claim to have heard its vocalizations, describing them as snorts, rumbles, or even growls. The first time the Emela-ntouka was officially named was in 1954, in an article published in Mammalia, written by Lucien Blanc, a former Liwa game inspector. He described the creature as being larger than a buffalo and residing in the Liwa swamps. Blanc also noted that the Emela-ntouka had the ability to kill elephants, buffalo, and even hippos if provoked. Could this creature be a relic of the Ice Age, somehow surviving all these years in hiding? The mystery of the Emela-ntouka remains, raising many unanswered questions. Though stories and descriptions persist, no definitive proof of its existence has surfaced. It stands as one of the Congo's most fascinating enigmas. Kasai Rex, all over the world, there are stories of mysterious creatures that defy our understanding. Deep in the Kasai Valley of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, one such legend exists, the Kasai Rex. This enormous predator is often compared to dinosaurs like the Tyrannosaurus rex or Giganotosaurus. However, considering Africa's ancient history, experts speculate that if the Kasai Rex is real, it might be more closely related to spinosaurs, abelisaurids, allosaurs, or even carcharodontosaurids. There's no evidence of Tyrannosaurus ever roaming Africa, making a T-Rex connection unlikely. The first reported sighting of the Kasai Rex occurred in 1932. A Swedish plantation owner, John Johnson, along with his servant, claimed to have encountered the beast in the Kasai Valley. They were observing a group of rhinoceroses when the massive creature suddenly emerged from the underbrush. The creature reportedly attacked one of the rhinos with incredible strength. Terrified, Johnson's servant fled, leaving his master behind. Johnson fainted from shock at the sight, and when he regained consciousness, he claimed to see the Kasai Rex feasting on the dead rhino. He later described the creature as reddish in color, with dark stripes running down its body. This bizarre sighting has sparked debates over what the Kasai Rex might truly be. Some theorize it could be a giant Komodo dragon, though this raises questions since Komodo dragons are native only to a few Indonesian islands. Others believe the Kasai Rex could be a species of giant monitor lizard, which can sometimes rear up on 2 legs. These large reptiles are native to Africa and might offer an explanation for the sightings.